Good day guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in this video I'm going to be ranking Afl teams for 2021. So as you know, right now we're in round 18 and the season's almost come to an end, and then the final. So I'm going to be ranking all the teams based off in 2021 of how I think they've gone. I did a similar video to this last year, so I can put that link in the description and you guys can go check that out if you want to. So yeah, let's start ranking this. So the first team we'll do is Melbourne. Melbourne have had an extreme, very good season. They were unlucky. They missed the finals last year, coming 9th, and this year they've been very good, unexpected, and I don't know if they're gonna win the premiership though. They're definitely making the top 4, and they'll probably come first. But I don't think they can win the premiership. Like, they're a good team this year, but I don't think they're that good. When I know they beat Richmond and Brisbane, Port Adelaide, all those good teams, Geelong and that, I still don't think if it came to a final, not just a grand final, but like a qualifying final, semi-final, prelim final, they wouldn't win. So I'm going to chuck them in premiership contenders, obviously, but I don't think they're that good if it came to a good team in finals. So, yep, Melbourne in premiership contenders. Next team is Adelaide, and Adelaide last year came last, and they weren't the best as we were going to expect. And this year they have been probably what we expected, but a little bit better, I'd say, because expected them to come basically second last, and they've kind of pushed up a little bit from that, and they've been a little better. But they started off with a very good win this year, beating Geelong. But after that, they've won a few more games, but they haven't been that good. So I'm not gonna obviously 100% not making the 8. Yeah, just know that they've been alright though this season, at least not so bad like everyone expected. So yeah, the next team is Freo, and Freo have had a alright season because people expected them. If I was to say this, to say middle of the road, I would put them there because Freo have been alright, and they've probably been a finals contender, but I don't think, I'm recording this just after they've got smashed by Geelong, like 131-69 points. So when it comes to good teams for Freo, I don't think they're that good. When it comes to middle of the road, bad teams, they're alright. So yeah, I'm going to put the Freo Dockers in probably not making the 8. They might make it, but I don't think so with the rest of their games for the 2021 AFL season. The next team is Carlton, and yeah, in my ladder predictions this year, I put them 8th. I don't know, I had some little feeling, Carlton are just going to turn up this year, and they're going to sneak in, but yeah, they haven't really turned up. They've turned up, but that's only against middle-of-the-road teams, not good teams, and yeah, they're probably not going to make the 8 from now. I don't think they can, even if they win some of the rest of their matches for the season. Still don't think they're going to make the 8, and they've got a lot of improving to... They need a lot of improving, and they need a few more players. So the next team is Geelong, and they had a probably, I'd say, average start to the season. It wasn't what anyone expected, the start to their season. But then after that, they've got on a lot and beaten some good teams, and that. So they've been pretty good after the first 5 rounds, I'd say. And it really helps them with Isaac Smith, Sean Higgins, and Jeremy Cameron, even though Jeremy Cameron is out injured right now with a hamstring injury. But yeah, they're probably premiership contenders. They've been very good this year, Geelong. Next team is Port Adelaide, and yeah, they're Port Adelaide, they're premiership contenders. They've been very good this year, basically like last year, except I think though it's going to be tough for them to make the 4, because the 2 teams that are going to come 5th is out of, I reckon, Port Adelaide and Brisbane, and I reckon the Lions will come 5th, and that Port Adelaide will sneak into 4th place. And Port Adelaide, they're still a good team away from home, and they've had a pretty good season, and I still think they are definitely a chance to win the premiership. Next team is Essendon, and everyone, basically half of everyone at least, expected them to go down, and they've gone down, but they've gone up as well, if that makes sense. They're up and down. They've been pretty alright this season, Essendon. I don't think they can sneak into the 8, so I'm going to put them in probably not making the 8. They've won a few good games that they should have won, and they won those. They've lost a few that they should have won, like the Hawks when they lost by 1 point, the Giants when they lost by 2. So some unlucky losses this year for Essendon, but I don't see them making the 8. The next team is Gold Coast, and they beat the Tigers, which I never expected. They haven't been the best this year, but they're definitely improving, as everyone can see that. They had a really strong win against Tigers, the Richmond Tigers, and they've been alright this season, but not the best against good teams, but they're improving, so I'll put them in 100% not making the 8, but they've been improving a lot this season. The next team is West Coast, and no. It's this. It might make the 8. It is a hard call. It's a hard call. West Coast, they've had an alright season. They've gone a lot of up and then a lot of downs when they lost to Geelong, obviously by 97 points at Team HBA, and then they recently just lost to North at Optus by 10 points. They've lost a little bit of form, I reckon, the Eagles, but I reckon they could just sliver into the 8 maybe. I hope they don't, but I reckon they should still make it with their remaining games left of the season. The next team is the Dogs, and have had an outstanding season this year. Same with Melbourne. No one expected them to do what they're doing this year. They've been very consistent and very good, beating good teams, even though they were unlucky to lose to Geelong, but it was they were unlucky. Garen Rowan kicked the goal after the siren, but I still think the Dogs have clearly been probably second best team this year in the competition, so I'm going to put them in premiership contenders. They've been very good. So the next team is the Hawks, and 100% not making the 8. They've been good, but not good. Some games they've been, what a win from the Hawks, and some games have been, what a loss by the Hawks, what a loss. And what I mean is by that is the game with the Hawks, when they beat the Giants, they won. They beat the Dons by 1. And other games have just gone, they've gone bad. They lost to North, obviously, and I don't see them obviously not making the 8. So, The next team is Sydney, and they've had a very good season, I think. They started their season very good, and they've kind of dropped off a little after that start to the season, but I still think they've been very good so far this year. I wouldn't say so far, probably it's coming to the end of the season, but you know what I mean. The Swans have been pretty good after that start of the season, so I wouldn't say they're here, but I'll put them here. I think they're going to come 6th, and if not, then it's 7th, so Next team is GWS, and it might make the 8, but I don't think they are. Due to Sydney's outbreak with coronavirus, Sydney and GWS have been a bit unlucky not to play some of their home games at Giants Stadium and the SCG, so both teams have been quite unlucky, but the Giants have not been in some good form. They might have won some games, but I don't think they've been in their best form. I don't think they're going to make the finals this year, GWS. The next team is Collingwood, and everyone after the trade period last year expected them to go down, but not by this much. I expected them to come 10th to 13th in that spot, but they've gone down a little. I know they beat Richmond. If you want to go talk about that, then you can go stuff off. They've had a very poor season. Kind of everyone expected it, but not so bad. Like, I don't know, I think they're like, 15th or 16th on the ladder right now, so yeah, not the best of a season for the Pies, but they might do a bit better next year. So I'm going to put them in 100% not making the 8. Next team is the Tigers, and we started the season unlucky. We beat the Blues, we beat the Hawks, we had a bad game to the Swans, we had an unlucky loss to the Power. And we had 4 losses in a row against Saints, West Coast Saints, Suns, and Collingwood, and we thought it was all over. Injuries have killed us. Everything's killed us. Our form, injuries, everything has killed us. But we're not a premiership contender right now. Dusty just got injured, and he's out for the rest of the season, which is just no. We don't want to go there. That is just terrible. Might make the 8. I think we can do it. I think we can make it. I'm going to put that. Next team is Brisbane, and as everyone expected, they've had a very good season. A lot of people expected them to come first on the ladder, but they're kind of that team that will make the top 4 or they won't make the top 4. I don't think they're going to make the top 4. Some games they win a lot of games, and some games they're losses that they should have never lost. So I'm going to put them, obviously, I'm going to say they're still premiership contenders, though. Even if they don't make the 4, they'll come 5th. I still think they're premiership contenders. They're a very good side, Brisbane, so put them in premiership contenders. The next team is North, and we know, as we expected, everyone expected them to come last, and that's what's probably going to happen. But let's put this, they've improved a lot after beating West Coast at Optus Stadium. And I think they've improved after the first 10 rounds of the season. After that, they've really improved. And, yeah, I think they've been all right, but not against good sides, obviously. So, obviously, 100% not making the 8, but they've improved. The same with Gold Coast. So, yeah, and the last team to rank is the Saints. And basically everyone expected them to make the finals. And they've gone not the best, not the season they expected. They were quite bad during the middle, start of the season, and they've kind of picked up a little now, but at the time I'm recording that they've just lost the Power, so probably not going to make the 8. So those are my where I base all my teams for the 8 and just the full 18 ladder. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and remember to like, subscribe, comment if you don't, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.